today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
On first down, Warner. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert throwing the out route and complete. That's Porter.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run on first down. It's Warner. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Lowe is a very, very fickle man.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Nagar's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
On the return, Clay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. KC's offense ready to take over. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. More from L.A. in a moment. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Pushing his way through. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Herbert on first down now. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mahomes now on first down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. Going for it all. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's caught. Beckham. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Hill to return it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, it's Warner, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Manning. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. So right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Herbert's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's complete to Diggs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here's Herbert. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This taken in at the goal line. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Eluding the and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call.